Some people feel that probes are less threatening and direct. Consequently, they're more responsive to probes. There are two kinds of direct questions. Closed, which allow clients to respond with a yes or a no, and open-ended, which begin with what, when, where, why, how. As you might have guessed, asking closed questions may not be very helpful. On the other hand, open-ended questions invite clients to make fuller responses. One of the pitfalls counsellors can face is getting into a pattern of asking too many or inappropriate questions. This can cause clients to feel that we're nothing but nosy busybodies. It can also distract clients from what they're trying to tell us. Unfortunately, that means there may be stories we never hear the end of, and, like any other human being, counsellors are curious. However, it is inappropriate to ask irrelevant questions just to satisfy our curiosity. So let's see what happens when a counsellor chooses to ignore that advice.
I found it really difficult to go to that place last night. It was the last time.
What place was that then?
To the restaurant where Joe and I went.
What were you celebrating then?
My birthday.
Was that very hard?
Yes.
Have you gone to eat at other places where you used to go with Joe?
No.
We've just seen a good example of asking irrelevant and closed questions. I don't know how you feel, but it seems to have irritated the client no end. I think we can do better than this. So let's try again and see what happens.
I found it really difficult to go to that place last night. It was the restaurant where Joe and I went to celebrate my birthday. It was the last place we went together.
What did going there feel like for you?
You know, it hurt. All I felt like doing was crying, and I just wanted to go home. I kept thinking Joe should be there with me.
Perhaps you could tell me what it's been like for you since Joe died.
It's been terrible. I'm so lonely. And I've started having panic attacks.
That was much better. This time, the counsellor learned far more about the client's feelings than our first counsellor. She even learned why the restaurant was important, without having to ask. The client wasn't left feeling as if her privacy was being invaded by irrelevant questions, and was able to remain focused on her feelings. We're now approaching the end of this video on Stage 1 skills, and an appropriate place to finish is with the skill of summarising. Counsellors use summarising to pull together a session and bring it to a close. It also helps highlight the important issues that came up in the session